Alright, we are at the Gladiators Guild in Ul'dah. Lulutsu is a Lalafell, the guild receptionist, and this will begin. Welcome to the Gladiators Guild adventure. Here, our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so that their names might one day be written in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know that admission to the guild is free of charge. Join Gladiators Guild? Sure. I had marked you as a woman of action. I am pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us, and must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in these hollowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? Ah, there's not an Ul'dah alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man, and there is no truer embodiment of that dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with their sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory to fight in triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. I believe I will. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? Wow. Way of the Gladiator, quest level 1, number 1. A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Mercy Valkyr. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Okie dokie. Mila is not too far away. She has a sword at her hip, shield at her back, all in like plate / kind of chain armor, blonde hair. She's the guild master. Cutscene, fade to black. Has kind of like little, has a little bit of a sharp face, but pretty nonetheless. Well, whatever. And then her hair is blonde, comes down to about her shoulders, and then like kind of strands of it are held together with like these little silver rings here and there. Not all of it, but you know, some strands, like maybe 3 on each side, three silver rings on each side that hold clumps, rope thickness, hair, whatever. I heard Lulutsu, so you're Mercy Valkyr. 'Tis a good, strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, guildmaster here. So you wish to study your arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it easiest to learn? A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Mercy, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword and, if it be your fate, die by it? Have you the strength to live by the sword? Yes. I mean, so far I've only used really a spear and a staff or a wand, but then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do, and show me you are ready to begin your training. Way of the Gladiator complete. Alright, we will equip said sword and be naked. Where is my gear? Let's just go to this one here. Just want to make sure. I don't use that thing much where you can just equip the gear that's recommended. I don't want it. I don't want this. I don't want that mask. I'd rather just have the regular. Yeah. They're the same, right? 7 and 13? Yeah. Thank you. We'll create a new set. Call it Gladiator. Automatic. Back to Mila. My first Gladius. Hey, amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword, Mercy. I'm a gladiator, and I aim to train you as one. Now go. We are going to be picking up quests as well, just like I did in Gridania. My First Gladius. I'm going to take some notes here. 1. Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. Zazariku, has a quest called the Great Gladiator. It's also level 1. The Great Gladiator. He is a Lalafell. Oh shoot. Hold on. What'd you say? I gotta restart. Hold on. I'll abandon. Have you come to wish me luck? I appreciate the thought, but there's no need to worry. What? You don't know who I am? The next biggest thing that's coming to the Colosseum? Zazariku is my name, and you'll be hearing all about my exploits in the coming days. I've even thought of a title for myself, the Garnet Gladiator. Which reminds me, I've yet to collect the circlet I commissioned from the Goldsmiths Guild. You wouldn't mind picking it up for me, would you? Sure. Vulcan. Beet, red, Beetles, beet, red. Okay. Level 3. Beet, red, Beetles, beet. Did I spell the first beet wrong? I think I did. Is it B-E-E-T? Carried your arse in here looking for work, eh? Well, you're in luck. Just so happens I've a deed what needs doing. Wild ladybugs have been wreaking bloody havoc on the outskirts of town. Something in the air of late's made him ornery and as an aurochs in rut. I don't know why it's an aurochs, because that's plural. And anyway, ain't much for fighting on their own, but in numbers they're more than a match for any merchant who's seen more days at the teeth than he has on the battlefield. What will it be? Fancy putting down 4 or so of the bloody buggers, or don't you? Sure. It is B-E-E-T. I spelled that wrong. Makes sense, because it's beet. Beet red. Anyway. Here's Genevieve. Ah! What have you done? Your kind has no business to even look at a lady such as I. Such shocking, unbelievable insolence. And now look at how my gill is scattered across the ground. Pick it up right this instant. Alright. No lady is an island. Level 1. She's just... So, outside the Gladiators Guild is a ring of walkway, a thick ring, and then in the center of the ring is the ability to drop down. I think that down here it looks like there's a gate at one end, a gate at another end, and this is like this could be a gladiator circle where battles are fought. My guild now, and there had better be not missing. This appears to be everything. What? Are you still what are you still staring at? Are you expecting some kind of reward? The insolence. 50 experience points, 1 or 2 gil. Well, let us take this Aethernet, just close by to the Goldsmiths Guild. Aethernet. And we'll go south into the Goldsmiths Guild and speak to Jamim. Jamim. J-E-M-I-M-E. Jamim. Give her the order slip. Zazariku's circlet? Just a moment, miss. Oh dear, this is so embarrassing. I'm afraid crafting the circlet to Zazariku's exact specifications has proven somewhat difficult. We ran out of garnets halfway through our work, and we are still waiting on the next shipment. I hate to impose, but would you explain the situation to Crooked Half to the Miners Guild? My records indicate that he was supposed to deliver the gemstones yesterday. Mayhap it slipped his mind? Oh, sure, I will. Where's that? Okay, so we will take the Aethernet. It's a little bit over to the right to the Miners Guild. When you take Aethernet shards in Ul'dah to like the Miners Guild, Gladiators Guild, Goldsmiths Guild, it points you in the direction of that guild. So it's very easy to just boop, step the right direction. Crooked Haft is in the Miners Guild. These guilds pretty much all look the same. There's a kind of a raised walkway. There's a small amount of steps leading into like a slightly lower area where the crafting actually takes place. And since these are miners, there's no crafting taking place. They're just hanging about. Crooked Haft is a Rogadin. There's a bar in here. There's like empty drink bottles on the tables. People just stand around talking. I have a mind to drain a pint, so hurry up and speak your business. She wants how many bloody garnets? 7 hells, lass. They don't grow on trees. But more than that, this lad what fancies himself the next Franz the Fair ought to worry less about the style and more about sword playing. Any road, I'll do my part to ensure the little bastard gets bedecked in all the god's damn garnets he can afford. And if he dies in his first flight, well, at least he'll leave a pretty corpse. So we get fire shards times 5, grade 1 dark matter times 10, and 50 experience points. I will not be picking up this quest because it is to become a miner, and I don't feel like crafting on this tune just yet. So we'll go back up to the Aethernet that is outside the Miners Guild. There's a person named Bitter Snow here. Rogadin, just chilling out by like this kind of planter. Decisions, level 3. Decisions. Yeah. Level 2, sorry. What could be keeping her? My beloved Yellow Moon and I promised to meet at this very spot, but 2 bells have passed and I've nary a word from her. Gods, hope she's all right. As much as I wish to go off and find her, I simply cannot. What if she were to come in my absence? Please, would you search for her in my stead? It's possible. That's me stumbling, not him. It's possible she's somewhere near the Weaver's Guild. She always enjoyed watching the. By the gods, do you think she's left me for someone more dapper? I try not to look like a bumpkin, but I've no mind for fashion. Okay, let's take this Aethernet over to the Weaver's Guild. This is an interesting way if you're if you are Ul'dah or you start in Ul'dah. A bunch of these quests that'll just kind of take you from one place to the next, honestly. Because we have visited all the guilds on this level. Went from Gladiator to Goldsmith to Miner and now to Weaver. There's actually a couple quests in here too that I'm going to pick up. Yellow Moon is a female Rogadin wearing a fashionable yellow kind of tunic with a white collar. She's kind of looking all over herself as if she's admiring what she's wearing. There's a little Lalafell in purple who seems to be maybe helping her try things on. She's wearing like white tights and black dark boots. Buyer got be good. Just look at me. This hair, this outfit. They don't match at all. I look atrocious. What was I thinking? Oh, I can't let Bitter Snow see me like this. Maybe this last tunic was best after all. Or no, perhaps the blue? Bitter Snow is waiting for me, but I haven't anything to wear. 82 experience points, 111 gil, and a lavender. Thank you, I suppose, for that. In the Weaver's Guild is somebody named Ethelwine. Vox Populi. VOXPOPULI. Level 2. Something in a cream? Oh, whatever shall I do? This dress, I just can't seem to finish it. Oh, the design is flawless. Absolutely flawless. Of that I have no doubt. But I simply cannot settle on a color for the life of me. How would you like to conduct a bit of field research for me? I'm dying to know what color the ladies of Ul'dah are wearing these days, especially on the Husting Strip. And when you're finished, please call on Leusu, Leucu, Leusu, I'm going to say, at the Alchemist Guild. The woman is a wizard with dyes. Have her cook up whatever color you find is most popular. Okay, I guess. And then Juliana in the Weaver's Guild with open arms. Level 1 with open arms. Level 1. If it is work you seek, the Weaver's Guild welcomes you. Indeed, your timing is impeccable. A soiree is to be held with all of Ul'dah's elite in attendance. Once the invites went out, the orders came in, and that with a fury. Every lord and lady from Cape Deadwind to the Cinderfoot is demanding the latest fineries. I need hands, I need them now, and I cannot spare the time to go off in search of them. Would you care to aid us, friend? Ask no more than you welcome to our doors any willing souls you might find. Come, let us see how you fare. Show me your warmest welcome. Actually, let me take this time super duper quick. Mount guide. Get Jacobo down there. H. We don't have a T yet. Minions. We'll put minions. Favorite minion thingy there. Awesome sauce. And then we got. Ooh, actually, I got a piece of gear that I can extract from. I didn't notice that. Cool. Where did I leave at? I wanted to do social emotes. We'll just put welcome on an emote for now. Excellent. I dare say I would work for you myself. Now hurry off. We need the people. Right outside the door, there's 2 I can welcome. Ed Celine and Jellion. The Weavers are recruiting. Finally, my chance to become a famous designer. Trick to know, if you are moving when you use the emote, it doesn't do the motion, so it saves you time. It just automatically is like, oh, the emote happened. Cool. Work at the Weavers Guild? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested. To whom might I go to inquire further? 2 down. Yes. We got Sosoda and Bibi Chua to Lalafell. I appreciate the offer, but I must refuse. I'm all thumbs when it comes to stitching and whatnot. How about Bibi? So the Weavers need help, do they? Sorry, friend. I'm all set for coin. Lurking Leech. We even work. Take a look at me, friend. I'm a bloody guard, and on duty, no less. Move along now. While we are out here, let's talk to these people about what color they like. Arbalete, the most popular color. She's a guard, like a paladin-looking guard. The most popular color of late. Well, all colors have their merits, of course, but if pressed, I'd have to say red. And Tetishon up this red staircase a little bit. Why, any color is perfectly fine for a dress, you silly thing, so long as it comes off easily at the end of the night. Oh, you Lalafell. Why are you not the first of a few Lalafell that are like sex fiends? Dodamoon, another Lalafell. What color is in fashion? Well, I must say, I'm just back from Gridania, and I find there's a certain verve to verdant livery. Green, you bloody idiot. So you fell for the green-clad Gridanians. You fool. Fastred. Best color for a dress? Well, you know what they say, once you go black, you never go back. Don't believe that's what that saying is in relation to. Cordial Spider. Yellow. What fairer color than that in the name of the fairest maiden? Yellow Moon. Oh, Yellow Moon, how my heart pines for you. Uh-oh. That dude has competition. Bobolan, a Lalafell. There's never a shortage of white dresses on our Ul'dah ladies. Surely it is the most comfortable color to wear under this murderous sun. If we are talking... can I get up here? Is this the way I'm supposed to go for this? Oh yeah, I've never been in here before, I don't think. Cornell. A human? Higher? Whatever they're called. Personally, I've always had a thing for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. That's a lot of things. And last but not least, we will find our way over to the Alchemy Guild. And Rururimu, another Lalafell. Red, ever and always. This is Ul'dah, my dear girl, where the sun beats on your back with fiery fists, and the sins and sands are hot and unforgiving, and everywhere at once. We Uldahns live for our passions, and our lust for life is surpassed only by our lust for lust. Weird sentence, in my opinion. Professional opinion, by the way. We are in the Alchemy Guild. There is a big old, like, I would call it a forge, but that doesn't seem right. It is like a heating thing. It's also possibly like a pressure thing. It also maybe does some titration, but it's like a big old, I would say, 10-foot metallic sphere with some cylindrical pathways kind of coming up from the sides of it a bit, and from the top of the sphere there's also like some more kind of thicker cylindrical pieces that kind of go up and like out and then kind of back in again, and it's hard to describe things. Liusu, you are here on behalf of the Weavers Guild, are you not? Yes, Aethelwine said you'd be along. Well, what color is it to be then? It sounds as though you have 2 votes for red, 1 vote each for green, yellow, white, and black, and 1 abstaining, and 1 vote for a motley of red and green overlaid with stripes of purple and dark brown. By no means a resounding victory, but I suppose red it shall be. I have some catalyst I've been saving for just such an occasion. Mark my words, I'm going to concoct the most vibrant red Ul'dah has ever seen. Alchemy may look arcane and esoteric to the uninitiated, but it is grounded in naught but science and experimentation. Indeed, I dare say it does more to advance culture and civilization than nigh any other discipline. 90 experience points, 109 gil. There's a quest here. Aelwyn. Level 2, we'll do here. Luxury long lost. Level 2. Okay. A luxury long lost. Yes! Alas, my work is complete. Mark my words, this formula will revolutionize alchemy as we know it. With just a sip of this tonic, even raging fevers will be instantly extinguished. But I must needs test it, adventurer. While I produce more, I bid you take this batch to Pearl Lane, to a man there named Landibert. He is trusted by the other refugees. Persuade this Landibert to take my tonic and give it to his people. I require nothing in exchange. After all, if it is truly effective, it will be a tremendous boon to the advancement of the alchemic art and mankind at large. Okay. So, that is on a different zone. So that's at the market. That's at the Weavers Guild. That's outside to the west. That's outside to the north. And that's a different thing altogether. So let's just go to the Weavers Guild first. Take the Aethernet. It's currently 1:15. I will be DMing for the first time in 45 minutes. I don't know exactly when I'm going to end this video, but it's probably not going to be too long now. Juliana in the Weavers Guild. You've returned? Well, how did you fare? 2 potential recruits, you say? Welcome news. I only hope their zeal for fashion will show in their efforts for the guild. What we do here may seem all silk and satin, to be sure, but the work within these walls is far from easy. And in that, I suppose our trade is not like any other. Not unlike any other. 50 experience points, 102 gil. Level 2. Sons. I got a new... Increase physical damage by 25% for 25 seconds every 60 seconds is the cooldown. As I have mostly tanked as a warrior, and I am not always the best at using my DPS cooldowns. Hell, I'm not even always the best at using my tank cooldowns, like for damage reduction, but we have teleported over to the Sapphire Exchange and gone west from it. Landibert is a shirtless... medicine for the sick? Deep green tonic. Ha! We're not fools, lass. We know full well what that bastard Aelwyn is up to, but we'll accept this medicine nonetheless. Look at us. Beggars can't be choosers. Might be as it's a mere experiment to him. Oh, that was a him? Oops, my bad. But to us, it's a matter of life and death. If we've got to choose between this bastard swill and nothing at all, is it really a choice? Yeah, Ul'dah is kind of a hard place. Some water shards, 82 experience points, and 111 gil. Landibert has a quest for us. Let's do the Wealth of Nations. Like, it would be kind of a cool thing to be able to solve the problems that Ul'dah has with all the refugees, but I don't believe it ever comes to that ability to do so. Few come here by choice, says Landibert, and few are still bearing medicine. Your kindness shouldn't go unrewarded. This vase is important to us, but I want you to have it. It's just some old pottery, I know, but it might be valued by collectors of cultural artifacts. There are men who are willing to pay good coin for such objects. If you go to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, chances are you'll find one of them. Sure, let's give it a shot. Into the Sapphire Exchange to the east, then we swing north a bit. Sintgoht, Syntgoht. Sintgoht. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning lady like yourself be looking for today? Hand over the cracked vase. Permit me to examine this vase of yours. I hope you did not spend too much coin on this trash. A flood of like items brought in by refugees has destroyed what demand once existed. The markets are fickle, my friend. If you lose sight of current trends, you stand to lose everything, as I once did. Market wards once bore my name until fate and hubris reduced me to this. For your sake, I pray that you do not have to learn this lesson the same way I did. 82 experience points, 111 gil, and some wind shards. Sibold has a quest that's level 38, and I believe it unlocks a dungeon. So I'm just going to grab it. Dishonor Before Death. Level 38. No, that's not a typo. I'm going to put start, because I'm not going to finish it on this one. Time heals all wounds, or so those who have never experienced true, or so say those who have never experienced true pain. More than 30 summers have passed since I carried the standard of the Dark Light Raiders into Cutter's Cry, but not a day goes by that I don't see the faces of the friends I lost that fateful day. Gerbald the Red and his loyal second, Aubriest Stillwater, Simon the Sweet, always armed with a jab and jest, our ever ireful mage Chiron Zabron, as quick to cast as he was to temper. Thormoen Thousandgil, never has there lived a man with a tighter grip, be it on his sword or his coin, and let's not forget one Ilm Elison. Though it's hard to fathom now, what with all the adventurers scampering about like rabbits in the spring, there was once a time when bands of mercenaries were who the city-states turned to when in need of a bleed, the Darklight Raiders being the biggest and best of them bands. Ishgardian-funded forays into hellish pits like the Arum Vale would earn us a king's ransom in a matter of days, though it would only take a night of devil's play at the Mirage to see it gone from our purses. But so was the life of a raider, that is, until we took that job at Cutter's Cry. My brothers and I had stood against herds of giant buffaloes on Ogomoro, snurble infestations on the Pearl, legions of cold-blooded Sahagan from the abyssal depths of the Indigo Deep, but none of that prepared us for the horrors we would face in Hell's Brood holes. None of it prepared us for the Chimera. The bards still sing of the day. 7 of the realm's finest warriors set off into the bowels of that forsaken place, but only saw one return, Sibold the Stoic, spared by the beast so he may warn all others who would be foolish enough to attempt to despoil the Chimera's lair. My apologies. You did not come to hear the guilt-ridden ramblings of an old man, but if you have a moment, I was wondering if I could ask of you a favor, the final wish of an ailing soul seeking peace with his past before departing on his journey through the 7 gates. In each of the 30 summers since escaping from the maws of that terrible beast, I have returned to its lair to pay the proper respects to my fallen compatriots. However, the years have finally caught up with old Sibold, and try as I might, no longer can these bones make the trek alone. If it is not too much to ask, would you travel to Cutter's Cry in my stead, and place this bouquet of flowers upon the resting place of the Darklight Raiders? Sure, I'll give that a try. While I'm here, there are some more quests that are probably going to unlock some more dungeons. We'll find out. To the south in the market is a distraught lass. Oh, this is a red. I'm not going to do the red mage quest right now. I will eventually, because I would like to. Weaver's Guild, Miner's Guild, Goldsmith's Guild. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. That's Cutter's Cry. I'm not doing that right now. Let's take a teleport to the plaza just to see if there's any quests in this area. There's a bunch. Corpscrew. That's a dungeon. I know that for sure. There's an Ul'dah citizen. The Way of the Samurai. I'm not doing that on this character. I have a character that's like a level 52 samurai. It's actually also a Mikote. Well-heeled youth. That is a it could happen to you. It gets you into the gold saucer, which I don't give a shit about for the most part. Wymond. Level 1 quest. There we go. Sure. The other quest starts a long story chain following I can't remember his name. I'll do it at some point. Due Diligence. Level 1. I have to pee. So, how are you taken to Ul'dah, Mercy? How do I know your name? Information is my stock and trade venture. You'd be amazed by what I know. As long as you're here, mayhap you can do me a favor and take this missive to Josias at the Platinum Mirage. It's just over yonder, and the man will even give you some gil for your trouble. If only all work in the city was this easy, eh? What is Samurai Peace for Thanalan? What's that one? I'm unfamiliar with that one off the top of my head. The Swift Flame Commander, Peace for Thanalan. Yeah, let's try it. So that's level 43. Peace for Thanalan. Level 43. Actually, I have to be right back. absence. All right. Yours is a welcome face, Mercy. I have a task for which one of your impeccable record would be well suited, though perhaps campaign would be a more fitting description, given the sheer commitment this mission demands. As you are well aware, the inhabitants of Thanalan have long suffered the hostilities of the Ul'dah. The lizardmen have been quiet for a time, chastened by your victory over the primal Ifrit, but once again the beastmen stir. There has been a resurgence in kidnappings, and in greater numbers than before. Matters have grown so far out of hand that the local garrisons have petitioned us for reinforcements. That is why I wish you to lead an extended action against the Ul'dah and put a stop to their raids. Report to Commander Giselbert, head of security in Little Alamigo. He will brief you on the details of your duty. I think that quest is unfortunately to do the like a Ul'dah Beastman kind of quest thing to kind of gain favor with them. Like there's one for the Sahagin and one for the Kobolds. I think that's the 3 that there are. No, there's some for the Birdmen too, the Ixali, I think. I don't know for sure. Jajakuta has tougher than leather, level 3. Tougher than leather, level 3. Okay. Tell me, what brings you here, friend? He's a Lalafell. Looking for a bit of work, perhaps? Some small job to add a little weight to that coin purse of yours, Well, you're in luck. The pugilists have just placed an order with me for several of the leather gloves and harnesses they use for sparring. But the traders are cruel, for I find myself lacking the hides required. Would that I had the pelts of a few snapping shrews? What say you, friend? Care to help a merchant down his luck? Bring me 5 snapping shrew pelts, and I promise to make it worth your while. You can find the creatures roaming central Thanalan. Speaking of the Pugilist Guild, we will go inside of it to turn in this quest to Josias, inside like the receptionist area. Do you have business with the Platinum Mirage this evening? A sealed envelope. A missive from Wymond. Alright then, let's have a look. Bird is barren. Let the hounds feast. So it goes. Oh, well you see, this guild is often contracted to provide protective services. Unfortunately for this particular petitioner, Wyman's investigation has revealed his finances to be wanting. Maybe adventurers like you don't mind working for free, but we have a business to run. I myself have 4 mouths to feed, so this bird will have to fend for himself, I'm afraid. 50 experience points, 103 gil. There's a quest here. Gelther. Motivational Speaking. Let's put that in here. Motivational Speaking. Level 1. Nope. Capital L. Thank you. Hey, you. I saw you looking at me. You got something to say, huh? No? Well, I do. Do you know Ul'dah? Short, broke, never pays what he owes? Yeah, that bleeding horseman. Tell him to pay up, or swell by the 12. I'll beat him so hard it'll feel like the second coming of Dalamud. If I see that little shite's face, I'll end up pounding him into a bloody pulp, like as not, so you go and tell him. It's rude. You need to control your temper, or your temple, maybe both, I don't know. And then almost all the way to the Thaumaturge's Guild. I'll be talking to Ul'dah. Almost all the way. Oh, gods be good. Kelther's goon. All right. I'll give back every kill I owe, I swear it. But no more beatings, I beg you. 50 experience points, some fire shards, and a couple potions. And a quest for me. Gil for gold. Stop it. Gil for gold. Level 1. Okay. Look, I haven't got the gil on hand, but I do have this ring. It ain't much to look at, but it'll fetch a high price. Was me dear departed mom's wedding ring. God's rest her soul, but she'll understand. Show it to my main over at the ossuary, and you'll get your coin. And that takes us to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It all comes full circle finally. After this, I believe all that's going to be left is to kill things outside. Mamain, greetings, adventure. What brings you to Azraneth Ossuary? Gaudy ring, hand over. You wish to sell his heirloom on behalf of a Diddleada? Very well. It is most unfortunate when such drastic measures must be taken, and doubly so when the item in question is fake, and such a gaudy, poorly wrought one. Also, you do know that our appraisals are not free. Normally, this fee is subtracted from the agreed value. Alas, considering the negligible value of this ring, I'm afraid you would still owe us. However, since this is a rather unusual circumstance, we shall waive the fee this once. No need to concern yourself with the bauble. I will personally see to its disposal. 50 experience points, 3 potions, 3 ethers. I'll have to choose. I'll choose potions, I suppose. Erasmus inside the guild here. In the name of science, level 3. In the name of science. I am Erasmus of the Order of Naldthal, and I am charged with studying the anatomy of this region's fauna and the environs in which they dwell. For the dark art of our order is death itself, and power over death can come only through the knowledge of life. One day I shall publish my findings in a single comprehensive volume, The Many Breaths of Thanalan. But there is much work to be done before that day. Aid me, sister, bring me 5 bottles of marmot blood, and perhaps I shall name you in a footnote. Marmots are hardy creatures that thrive nigh everywhere. You will most certainly find them just outside the city in western Thanalan, by way of the gate of Sultana. Do take care, they can be feisty little critters when threatened. I think I'll be fine. Oh, there's a quest out here too. Now, Hihito, level 1, alright. Unholy Matrimony. Unholy Matrimony, level 1. How can the ossuary demand such exorbitant contributions every single moon? It's outrageous, I tell you. Don't they understand that a woman has needs? How do they expect me to pay for rouge and sun-silk dresses and feed my marmot? Oh, if only I'd had the foresight to marry a more ambitious man. This is all his fault. If he had just worked harder and showed some initiative, surely he would be rewarded, maybe even promoted. If things don't improve, it won't be long before I join the beggars in Pearl Lane. Save me from this cruel fate, I beg of you. Speak with my husband, Bobonima, and find some way to motivate him. You should find him at the Colosseum entrance, wearing one of those ridiculous outfits. This is a Lalafell woman. Not too far from here is her hubby, standing guard outside the Colosseum entrance. Bobonima, Lalafell male. Hi, I'm Bobonima. Congratulations, you found the world's worst husband. That is, if you believe that harpy I have for a wife. She never cooks, she never cleans, she just gallivants around spending my hard-earned money. And now I see she's speaking ill of me to bloody strangers. Well, if you're hell's bent on meddling in my affairs, you can assist me by taking some of these Franz the Fair flyers and posting them on the walls inside the Colosseum. I've got a long night ahead of me standing out here, so I won't be getting to it anytime soon. When you finish, go and tell Vulcan at the Gladiators Guild. He should give you something for your trouble. And the quests all come full circle, except for the one that's at the there's a corpse groom quest. I believe that's a quest to get access to a dungeon. And that's by the Adventurers Guild. Exposed wall. Come on, let me cook you, please. Thank you. Franz the Fair Flyer. Doop. Doop. And numero 3. Science. Alright, and then inside... Oh, I should have gone the other way for maximum efficiency on this one. Dang it. Volcon, inside the Gladiators Guild. You helping Bobonima? Well, ain't that charitable of you. Franz has gotten pretty popular of late, and his fans keep stealing these flyers and taking them home as souvenirs. Ah, so you've met Bobonima's wife. Now I understand. Sorry to hear you got caught up in all that. If you ask me, they're made for one another. Not that it's my place to judge, mind. Amy Road, we appreciate your help. 5 potions, 50 experience points. Okay, let's take a look at our quests. Let's turn off Fear Node in the Shroud. I don't want to track that right now. I don't think I want to track these 2 either yet. Everything else is outside. That is it for today's videos. At least for now. I gotta do some D&D stuff. I'll see you guys all next time. Have fun. Stay safe. Stay frosty. Drink or don't. It's It's up to you, I suppose. Bye.